Thanks for joining me. Today I am in the Pennines. Over there somewhere is the Lake District. Let's go and have a little wander around and see where we end up and what this area has to offer. This is quite nice for me because I've never been to the Pennines before, so I don't know the area at all. I'm expecting grand views of the Lake District, but whether that will happen is yet to be seen. We've been in the woodland, in the forest, and then we've just come out to this this fantastic view of the moorland. Oh, it's getting warm already. Gonna have to take the coat off. What a beautiful little valley that we're in. That woodland was pretty nice as well. And wow, that view of the lakes, that is stunning. That's my sandwiches. Well and truly squashed in there. But at least I'm a bit cooler now. But the thing I really want to tell you about is what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll try and get a bit of film, but I'm on a mountain leader refresher day. So I originally did my mountain leader training back in 2006. Didn't pursue it because I got swept up in a corporate career. One thing led to another. Next thing I know, it's 14 years later, and then coronavirus has come along, and I've kind of been thinking for about a year now I really should get around to finishing off my ML and do the things that I love to do, which is get out into the hills with people. So tomorrow is my refresher day, and we're going to be going over a few things. I'm not sure exactly what, but going over the syllabus, identifying any areas of weakness. Why is it so hard to talk while you're walking? Oh. Every time I turn back and look where I've come from, I'm blown away by the Lake District that's just there. And every time I look back, the cloud is just that little bit higher. This is a great view of where we've come from. So you've got that little bit of woodland that we walk past, the nearest woodland to us. Just behind there is the other woodland that we walk through with that little bridge. And then you've got the farm track that follows its way up through this spectacular landscape and comes right up to where we are here. And so far this has been a pleasant little walk, and quite enjoying it. The cloud seems to be lifting, so hopefully I won't be walking through a load of cloud, although that might not be a bad thing if I am, because it might help with my navigation. One of the things I'm worried about for the mountain leadership assessment is the low visibility or night nav exercise, where you get out your tents in the middle of the night and then you practice some navigation in the dark to stimulate no visibility navigation. And really, I know my navigation is good enough. I feel it is, but it's the unknown, isn't it, of going out and navigating in the dark, because it's not something you do very often, and you don't tend to do it by choice. But you need to do it. You need to be able to know where you're going so you can lead a group off safely. So it makes perfect sense to do it. And to be honest, I probably worry about that thing the most, because it's probably the most prominent thing in the syllabus that I can think of. So other than a lot of walking and carrying a lot of kit that you wouldn't normally take if you're on your own, such as group shelter, group first aid kit, I really don't know what to expect from the refresher tomorrow. I know we're going to be doing short roping, but the mountain leadership qualification isn't a qualification where you plan the use of ropes, so they're there for rescue and safety. I guess tomorrow we'll be doing some steep groundwork maybe. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Anyway, We're almost here at this the first top, which is no. We're almost here at our first summit, which is Gate Castle, which is funny because I'm from Dudley and there's a place there called Castle Gate, so it's remembering to say the opposite, Gate Castle. That's where we are. The wind's picked up and I've got cold, so I had to put my coat back on. And I'm on a bit of a dog leg on the route over to a peak called Friends Fell, just over 600 metres. And well, if you look at where I've come from, I've tracked a mile across country, across some really boggy ground. And I've got to go that way, back. And well, this better be worth it. That's all I'm going to say. I know it's all extra miles in the tank, which is good, but it's been a bit difficult underfoot, which kind of makes you question why you're coming out here for a mile and a half when you've got to go back. It's adding 3 miles onto your journey. Over there looks a bit ominous at the moment, but we're just approaching the summit now, so hopefully I'll have a good view over the back. Oh yeah, that's a nice view, that is. So just down there we've got the high point of one of the main roads that passes over here. That's Hartside Pass. But we're not going that way. We're going back where we've come from. Yeah, back towards those clouds. Those ominous looking clouds. So let's get motoring, because yeah, we need to crack on with this. So I've just stopped for a drink. I'm not sure about this dog leg over to there. It's added probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours on, just because of the terrain. I'm doing a bit of filming as well. Yeah, was it worth it? I mean, it's good walking, I guess. If it had been like this when I started, and if it was dry underfoot, it would probably be more enjoyable, but because it was so boggy and I wasn't actually on a path, I was cutting across country, it kind of took it out of me a little bit. And I was expecting a better view of Hartside Pass, but I think that's kind of as good as it would get anyway. So yeah, about 2.5 hours into this walk, and all we've done is come up the hill and then gone over there and come back, so that must have added on about an hour and a half, I think. And if we'd just come straight up here, we would have been here hours ago. So I'm not sure whether that was worth it. But yeah, crack on and hopefully get down out of this wind now. This has turned into a right epic. I need to get back. So I'm gonna have to leave you here, and I'll fill you in with the details when I get back to the comfort of somewhere. Okay, speak to you soon.
How did we end up here in the corner, looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, the chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't want to talk anymore.
So where do I begin with that? Obviously, as you can tell by all the snow around, it's quite some time later after that video. Quite a number of months. It's about 6 or 8 months, I think, since I filmed that. And what happened was, I was at the furthest point away from the car, and I got a text from my wife to say that they were an hour away from the accommodation. She was cycling with a friend, doing the coast-to-coast cycle ride
I had all their luggage and everything they needed for the night, wash kit, everything in my car, which is obviously with me. And I was the furthest point. I was probably about 17 kilometers from the car when I got that text. So I had to get my head down and get back for them. And I was slowed down by the terrain. I thought it'd be pass because I downloaded the route, and I thought, well, if someone else can do it, it's going to be fairly obvious and fairly easy to do. But because I was cutting across country, and because of how wet it was, and because I was filming as well, like, everything just slowed down to a snail's pace. So I had to stop filming and just basically run as quick as I could and get back to the car and get back to the accommodation. So from the outset, I think the day was doomed due to lack of planning on my part. So that was a good learning experience for me. Plan the day, and just because someone else recommends it on the internet doesn't always mean it's a good thing. So after that day, I had the ML refresher, and I won't go into it too much, but it was a good day. We did a lot of walking, a lot of talking about points that we need to know for the assessment, and we did some rope work, some steep ground work. So that was all very useful. And then I thought, well, I need to consolidate this experience, this learning, and 2020 being the nature it was, nothing really went to plan. And I thought I would do the assessment sometime this year, 2021. And I thought, you know what, 2020 has been a crap year, let's make something of it. So I booked my assessment for December in the lakes. And well, as you expect, camping and walking in the lakes in December was quite challenging. I think it rained every day, and we had a wild camp, which was, yeah, challenging as well. I might do another video on that later, but I've got no footage, so it'll just be me talking, which kind of, I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, it was a good day, and I'm proud to say that I am now a qualified mountain leader. I can take groups into the hills for walking into the mountainous terrain of the UK. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you do, leave any comments below about the walk itself or the mountain leader qualification below, and I will get back to you. I will answer them as quickly as I can. And until the next video, whatever you're doing out there, stay safe, but make sure you have fun.